Hello guys, Zanitor here, and welcome back to Coffeeville, where in the last episode, I'll be honest, I don't fully remember what I was working on, because it has been a day or two, but I did do a little bit of testing, and I have taken away some assets, so I don't know if some things have stayed, or if they've already just been replaced. I have been running it momentarily, but I did a little test, and it leads me to wanting to change these parking lots ever so slightly. Because I figured out how to actually use them a little more properly. And now that I've said that, I'll use them very poorly, let's be honest. But we're going to nonetheless try it. And you can see how populated that one was getting very swiftly. Which is very nice, actually. I like that it actually, works. Because, you can never tell. But what we're going to do here instead, because it does come with these service roads. That is, if I can find where they are. Is it within? There it is. So it's got these little service roads, so we're going to try this instead. And apologies for that noise you just heard. Some app on my computer keeps making that noise. I think it's Epic Games. It's about as noisy as possible, it seems. But if we do that there, and then do this here, and then I think that's about as well. Maybe we could get away with another. What do you think? Could I get away with another little bit here? Oh, I bet I could. With a little bit of anarchy, you can get by with anything. There we go. Because my thought process now is, let's see. Let me go to the handicap one here. So the disabled parking we can put in here, which I'll have to do a little bit of rising or something here for it to show better. Well, it doesn't want to do it, so it's fine. Maybe I can adjust the road itself. There we go, that's better. So we have the parking there, which is good. And then maybe we can go ahead and do this to finish that off, so it's a little bit more done. And then we can put some electric vehicle parking on this side, which this hilariously houses a lot more. And then we'll do the same here. It's a shame I don't have just a single spot for for the handicap parking to be able to do this a little bit nicer. I think I can even, oh yeah, I can come in here and do this easy. I wish I could zoom in ever so slightly more. Maybe like there. That looks pretty convincing to me. So it's not perfect, but it's definitely better. So we have parking there, which is great. And then here, we can sort of come in like so. And do this. And so one cool thing about this is it makes everything off of the service road zonable. So I can even put some houses or whatever it may be that my little heart desires. I can put actually more things back here. And that leads to some fun possibilities. So let's do this. Place that here. But the first episodes have actually gone up of this as well. And I think they are doing well. I've not fully checked, but last I checked, it seemed like people were happy for it to be back. So thank you all very much for the support. I am enjoying playing it probably more than I enjoy playing anything, as per usual. But I think that's just me always when it comes to playing City Skylines, to be honest. It's forever my favorite... forever my favorite game for some reason. It's my top game of every year, essentially. And I think it always will be. And apparently I decided 2020 is the year of playing a lot more. Or 2021, rather. Jeez. Gotta get used to that one, eh? But let's put that there. And then I can actually... Which it doesn't quite make sense for this to be here. But I'm still going to put it here. Like so. Because it doesn't quite make sense for that to be closer to the edge, but at the same time, when does anything I do really make sense? So I think that's fine. And then we'll kind of do the same here, which I know this isn't the neatest thing in the world. I don't really know how to get things more properly aligned. But I feel like it's pretty good, like, considering. Like here, this is actually a really lucky one. Because it can do this nicely. That one was kind of horribly placed, but honestly, I'm not too bothered. We'll pretend that's motorcycle parking. When in doubt, we just play pretend. And then there we go. We can go ahead and play it back. And should see people starting to go through there. And one, like I said, one cool thing that I can do is I can put some housing or whatever it may be in here. Maybe I can put like a little corner shop here, some smaller commercial, which I forget that I need to do really, just for making things different. But there we go. And look how many people are using that. That's crazy. That is good to see though. But there we go. That looks a lot better than just one huge, you know, monstrosity going across there. So I'm much happier with that. And we'll probably end up doing that in a couple of other places. Maybe we'll put something here. And we can change this one up as well. Just because I think it's going to look nicer in the end. And potentially I can make it work, you know, just better in general. But let's go ahead and get this. We'll put the entrance kind of where it was, like so. And one nice thing I could actually do is I could even have another connection going over to here in some way. Let me turn off the anarchy just because I know it's going to get me in trouble, as it always does. So we could do something like this. Is there a... yeah, there's a way through here. So we could have something like that. And then I can build off of this, I think, relatively well. What I'll do is I'll get the straight tool here again. And there we go, we got a little lot. And then maybe we can come off of here. Big maybe, of course. Oh, didn't quite work how I expected, actually. I thought that would look a little bit different. Granted, it's not terrible, it's just not what I want. So let's do... seeing what just like having some other ones would look like. Okay, that was perfect. I thought maybe I could make that one work, but not quite. And if anything looks weird, I can always come in and obviously use the move it tool and make it how I want it to be, which is always useful. I like the idea of that being connected, and maybe even the same here, because then walking between the two is seamless. So let's put that there. There we go. I was just adjusting the height to make that work a little bit better. And I guess one good thing is, like I said, I can kind of do this at other points, even over here, which I may make this one bigger. So I could even, maybe that would be too big, but who knows? Ooh, that's a weird one. Maybe that's not ideal unless... no, I don't see any way of making that look good. Let's see, let's do that, and then we can just make some, maybe make a nice little lot off of here. How would this... okay, so it doesn't quite work because of the corner it has to do, I believe. I think it would need to be longer. Kind of works. That's interesting. I hadn't seen this before, that it kind of just makes tinier separate lots. I mean, that kind of works, but at the same time, it's not quite as nice looking as in my head. So let me try something else here, just out of pure curiosity. And bear with me while this probably looks really funky. Okay, so... gonna see if I can cheat it. Okay, not quite. I mean, kinda, but not really. Oh, something's funky here as well. Oh yeah, it was that one. Okay. What? Oh. Lost it for a moment there and got scared. Oh. So let's do this. There we go. At least that's connected up again. And then let's go back and change this. I want to get them around the same length, if at all possible. Dang it. Every time. Also hit the wrong delete tool every single time too. That seems to be another speciality of mine. Okay, there we go. And then would this work? I mean, with Road Anarchy, yes, but in general, okay, that will work. Ah, see, that's kind of what I was wanting to go for. That's much better. And then, okay, this will fit relatively well. What I'm going to do for now, just because I'm not worried about getting either other spots in quite as quickly, I'm just going to do this one for now. And then, oh, actually, I wonder, will this just fit in here? Almost. Very close. Let me bring, I think this needs to go down, or did it need to go up? I'm trying to figure out why this, oh, okay, there we go. I think that's coming through slightly better. Okay, there we go. And this needs a little bit of something as well. There we go. We get there in the end, just have to sort of, I forget to flatten the roads, honestly, before, or flatten the terrain, before I actually start making things. I kind of forget that that's like a thing you can do, which I know is a bit dumb, but so am I, so it's fun. But I think that works. This could probably still use to maybe go down one more. There we go. That's, well, saying that. What made that worse? Okay, that going down made it worse. Oh boy. This is gonna be something. Maybe this needs to go down. Nope. Is it this? Okay. That looks good, so I'm just gonna leave it. We'll go ahead and hit play, because I forgot to. And we can actually add some other lots. Not quite. We can add some other ones over here while we're doing everything. Is there a mod that just makes this a lot easier to fine-tune things? Is it like precision engineering, or does that only work for roads? I actually just do not remember. Probably something I'm going to be looking up, though. So there we go, and then we'll do the same up over here, like so. And I believe, at least for now, that's pretty good. We'll have a lot of people walking through here just because it is a very swift way to do so. I actually did do this in testing, so I know how to sort of sort this issue of them walking there out. So all I did was sort of, you know, basically made this a secondary sidewalk that went up to here. And then they decided that they didn't want to go through there anymore, that they wanted to actually take this way. And I liked how, or I like when this actually links up and looks better, so that's what I'm going to do, of course. So there we are. And then not quite on that one, that's fine. And then what I may do just for future, because obviously there's still people parking and doing everything here. We'll see if we can link this up to some degree, and also turn this into a ability to kind of go over it, and then maybe put that there instead. Everyone's still happy after a quick bout of sadness, but it's fine. But now everyone seems to want to go that way, so that's much better. But all of this is connected. Okay, this actually looks a little bit better than last time I tried it, so that's good. I am going to edit these just ever so slightly, mostly just to make them a little, not even neater, but just nicer looking. So there we go. And another thing I can do, which I'll be honest, I don't know if it fully matters, but just because I feel like it's good, I am going to... can I actually just get up over this, I wonder? Not quite, not that way at least. Let me go back to the ground here. So let's say almost. Almost. Which again, I know I could just edit it and blah blah blah, but... Alright, and then we're connected there. So there we go, just something so if they want to get over to that a little bit more swiftly, they now can, which I think is a nice addition. I do wonder if people might use it as a cut through, but nonetheless, it's there and it's accessible, so I guess that's all that matters. They're actually using this because it's a good cut through, but then again, that's fine. I don't think it's going to really affect much of anything. But there we are. That is good. I'm happy with that one. Another thing I may do, and I don't know if, oh, jeez, and I don't know if this, like I don't know how these lots work in the way of them choosing to be here, but in my mind, they use them just to be close to anything they can walk to, so that's how I'm pretending. So I'm going to pretend that's going to help. If not, they'll use this way to walk through even faster, so that's not the worst thing in the world. And I could even give them a little assist here, getting to there, but as well, we could come through here and then attach to that, which this is a little bit too steep, so let's bring it out to there. And then we could even say the same to here. So there we go, a little bit of ability to have some access from there too. And just because we can, now this allows us to have a couple bits of commercial on this, so it's kind of fun. I'll put some office down. I may even consider a residential here, just to see what it looks like essentially. I know it's a bit loud, but it's not my fault. I did notice, so when I was testing it, I built a huge parking lot here with like tons and tons of parking. And then I built off of the service roads a bunch of basically apartments with high density residential, and it actually worked fairly well. They all parked there, the traffic was flowing nicely. I was quite surprised. I'm quite surprised honestly with how this is going. So I always question their ability to do this, but at the same time it doesn't hurt anyone, so I guess that's fine. But yeah, so that's going to be heavily used, which is good. Not enough workers, not enough educated workers. I haven't really looked into education recently, so that's probably something I should be doing. See how we're doing all around. Yeah, we could probably use just a touch of education back here. So what I may do is take out those two buildings to put in a elementary / high school there. Just to help us out ever so slightly. And how are we doing? So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And how is our university as well? Oh wait, it's here. Okay. So yeah, our capacity for that is good. I do want to get some of these public libraries in though. I am a huge fan of these libraries and I kind of forget about them. I do wonder, because this would cover quite a good area. It does put it on this main road, which I typically don't like to build on, but at the same time, there's so many ways to walk to it that I kind of am tempted to do so anyways. And there's already parking out front, and right here does take out a lot of houses, but at the same time, I didn't mean to put it there, but it's fun. It's right off the the walkway there right off here. So I think it's going to be very accessible to everyone. And another thing I may do quickly before a house comes in. Oh my god, where did it take me? Oh, okay. When it just barely teleports me, it's so hard to tell what just happened. Okay, there we go. So there we go, a little cut through to get to there a little bit more swiftly. Now everything can build in. This will probably be really heavily used too, which is good. So I mean, anything to make life better is always grand anyway. So waste transfer facilities, I think something we're going to want to go ahead and start investing into. So I think that's something we're going to do now. I'm just seeing if I can find a nice spot for it to sort of be over here. Like obviously here would fit, but that's not really a nice spot, is it? Let's see. I could maybe have a little service road that sort of sinks down here, because I could put a harbor in here in the future. Granted, that would be one crazy place to kind of put it. I think I'd be better off putting over here for traffic availability, but that's fine for now. I think if I just maybe come through here. I'm not doing it to avoid the road. I just kind of want to make that a T-junction because it's fun. And then maybe let's do it this way. So there we go. Now on this area, which I don't think, yeah, the pollution's not too terrible here, thankfully. What are you doing? There we go, that'll be fine. That shouldn't affect anyone, to my knowledge, hopefully. So we're going to do that. And we do need the waste complex as well, which is very easily done out here, so that will be fun. Regular industry we could bolster up if we wanted to. I really don't know if it's still worth doing. I guess it would be, but at the same time, you know, we could have offices, but I guess it is kind of fun to have just it being different. So maybe I'll continue to allow it in. Let's go ahead and turn this back on because it's going to make life much more simple for us. So we'll connect that up the best we can. There we go. There's something there, so I won't bother with that. Can I even make it through there? I can somehow. So there we go. And we'll usually don't have issues with this, but it's been a bit of a pain now. We'll do this just so I can keep it relatively nicely aligned. And then do that. No, I don't really want to do that, do I? Well, saying that, it wouldn't be that big of an issue, so we can have that. So that's a pretty good spot to sort of expand this, which, okay, we already got the water there, which is great. So don't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and plop all of this down, which, yeah, again, we don't really have to worry about the spot too much, so that's good. What's happening here? Not enough raw materials, so not enough crops. I guess I could use to expand that a little bit too. I've been slacking on doing a lot to this just because I haven't felt, you know, the necessity to do a lot with it, I guess. So there we go. We can do that. In fact, I'll even just start putting it here. I don't think it'll be a problem. And same with here. Oh, can't quite put it there, but that's fine. Alright, so that should slowly sort of do its thing, which is good. We do have a lot there, but that's fine. I mean, that's a good way for the in and out, so we have another way in and out here. Traffic doesn't seem to be an issue. I'm going to say we're probably around maybe 80-ish%, 87%, 83%. Our hottest spot is here, which I don't quite see. This roundabout, which I guess just because I don't really see anything that bothers me there. It's a little bit busy here, but that could be because of bus. This one's a little bit busy, but I wouldn't say it's anything bad. I could upgrade it to a 3-lane. This is busy, but in a good way it looks like. And I do wonder if it is set up properly. It is indeed, so I don't even need to worry about it. No one's really walking across here, which is funny. But I guess, like, I've got Metro and all that stuff and not too many people working over there anymore, so I guess it's fine. Maybe I will go ahead and consider... Is this the 3-lane? No, that's a 4-lane. We don't want that. I may consider just going ahead and upgrading this, which almost looks doable. Maybe I can pause it and... I'm using the anarchy to make it work, of course. And then I can just adjust this ever so slightly to make sure it's all in the right spot, which everything seems to be. I think that's fine. So we can bring that back on. And let's go ahead and make sure that we indeed have this set up correctly. Because that... Oh no, okay. I was going to say I bet it's probably not, but it is indeed. So that's good to see. So that might make that, make that just ever so slightly better. So that's the hope at least. So there we go. This one's pretty backed up. I don't know if it's because suddenly more traffic can come through there, but we'll do the same thing here, which all this is upgradable, so great. We will need to rebuild the thing, but that's fine because it's automatic now. I much prefer that. So it's not like that's a hard task for me or anything. And then we'll also turn this off and I'll build a single one. Just here to here. Just to have. And then I think that puts it back where it needs to be. So there we go. So I think that is looking pretty good. So yeah, there's some people still going along the outside, but I think that's fine. I think it's just they're kind of choosing where they want to be on that particular path. Yeah, this cut through is being used nicely. I don't know how much of a cut through it technically is, but it's being used. This isn't being used, but I like how it looks. So it's good enough for me. This is kind of fun looking with the little houses just kind of propped up through here, or the little buildings rather. So I think that's going to be just fine as well. And this is mega busy, which is good to see. I think this is, yeah, that's really heavily used, so we got a lot of people there, thankfully. Got a lot of people waiting for the bus, but I guess, again, kind of to be expected, because, I mean, it does take a little bit to get through out here. I truly don't know a way to make the buses more, I guess, usable is sort of the term, but where they work a little bit better in that way. Ooh, we have a hypermarket. Well, that's interesting. I could make a sort of parking lot with the sort of American looking supermarket. That would be kind of funny. Maybe that's something we'll do at some point in one of these little areas. But that's cool. Alright, so that seems to be going okay. So we don't have enough workers over here. That makes sense. We could, in theory, start building some neighborhoods over this way. That could kind of house workers for this area. I don't think we need to have uneducated workers, but maybe we are too educated to have this kind of industry. It's hard to tell sometimes. But yeah, then again, I think it's sort of sorting itself out. Yeah, we have 2 overeducated workers, so maybe this is just, maybe it's just done. Maybe that's not right anymore. We don't have enough buyers for products there, but then somehow don't have enough products for here. I don't know how that's really working. I mean, I usually like having the farmland, but I'm not sure how I feel about it this time. I think maybe I'm going to go ahead and cut any losses here. Just because it's not really what I want to be doing right now. I just kind of want to be building some other stuff. So, we're going to, I guess, get to the 21st century. Oh, not to say that farming isn't, but you know what I mean. We're going to become a tech area instead. There we go. I mean, I guess if you think of farming now, it's probably the most, like, technologically advanced thing. With the crazy, like, automated, like, GPS tractors and combine harvesters and all that crazy stuff. But, you know, still. Let's see. Let's just, oops, don't need to do that one. Let's take all this away. Now, is that also the main house? Did I get rid of it? It looks to be that way. And then we can go ahead and, yeah, take that zone out. And there we go. So, how is this doing? So it's all right, but 12 overeducated workers, yeah, that's bad. We don't want that. So I think we're going to slowly turn this into a new area, which I'm thinking an IT area. I think that could perhaps be more fun, so I think that's what we're going to do. So let's do this. I don't think these are really adding to air power, if I'm being honest. And I may move this because it doesn't need to actually be near us. It can literally be anywhere, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to move it over there. Thankfully, no power lines makes that much more plausible to do. Now, I'd like this to still be kind of close, but I'm not sure if that's going to work. We're just going to call this Tech Haven, because kind of feels right in my head, so sure. And we'll go ahead and just, oops, nope. We'll go ahead and get in here in policies and turn this into, if I can remember where to do this. It's been a little bit since I've done this, actually. There's a way to turn it into just an IT place, but maybe that is city planning. So, high-tech housing, kind of. Lightning rods, boost connections. There's actually a lot of stuff I didn't realize that was in here. Big business factor, high-rise band, sidewalks. There must be something else. Oh, I think it's within here, actually, now that I remember. IT cluster. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I knew it was somewhere around there. Alright. Then that all can be making its way in. I don't know why that's doing that, but that's fun. So we can be putting this within here and slowly taking over that area to kind of be reclaimed. And one thing I may do here is I'll get a 4-lane, again, because it can't be touched by the, or it can't be plagued by parking. And then connect it to here. And then I'll even upgrade to there, I think. Wow. Okay. Hello, IT cluster. Nice to meet you. But I think I'll do that. And I may even, again, just because it's always kind of good to be, I think, prepped with this. A 3-lane highway. And then I think I want to change this to a semi-big roundabout, just to be preemptive. And then there we go. And by semi-big, I mean absolutely bigger than the actual one we have there, so whatever. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be slightly smaller, but oh well. And then we'll do this. So let's go back to, yeah, that'll be fun. So let's do this. And then that's fun. Basically, I'm trying to make this just work a little bit better here to kind of, yeah, just have an easy way on and off. It just makes the traffic considerably smoother when it's set up for it, essentially, so. Funny that, isn't it? Then can do that. Let me even see if I can, there we go. I can be a little bit cheeky and make that work. Come in here, sort of make it more tidy, like so. I kind of want to bring that a little bit closer, bring that to there. We got Sheffield Highway. Makes sense, I guess. So there we go. I think that's a little bit better. And then if I come in here with this tool, and is it Control Shift done? It is indeed. Perfect. And then here, I want them to... Is this the one that allows them to crowd it? I do believe so. So I'm going to say they can crowd that, do what they need. And then same here, crowded, do what you need, blah, blah, blah. Crowded, blah, blah, blah. Just so they can not get stuck in those little intersections. So that's what I think it does and what I hope it does. So there we go. And let's go ahead and turn that off. Same with here, because we're going to make our own walkway, so just makes for a little bit better of a time. And to be preemptive for the future, I probably should be smart here, and do this. And then let's go ahead and go in with a little straight piece just here. Perfect, exactly how I wanted it to look. He lied. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh well, I got that. That's all I needed. So there we go. That's all that was necessary. So there we go. Perfect. All right. So that should be going, or should work how I sort of have planned. Just sort of editing this to make the triangle somewhat similar. That's close enough for me. There we go. So what else should I do? Oh yeah, make the walkway. It's so I could also make the walkway preemptively and not have to worry about doing it later. And there we go. Wow, that actually looks really, really cool. All right. I mean, this one's a little bit funky looking in comparison, but hey, it works, and that's all that matters, you know? Why did they just do that? Oh, it's because it's a route only and they were in that lane. That's fine. That is fine. Let me actually do one thing, because I have seen where they love to do this. You're only allowed to do this. Because I know them. They'll just keep doing it nonstop for some reason. Then here you can go there. Then here you can go there and there. And perfect. Alright, now we shouldn't have to worry about it. That's moving quickly. So easy way in, easy way out. And now we have a beautiful little spot to build here. Which I think we're going to do with a probably too big of a road for this area. But I just want to do it. So we'll see. We might do it. I'm now debating. Does this allow... No, okay, it doesn't allow parking on it, but that's fun. Does anything... Wow, that is building so tall. I'm just seeing if there's anything that kind of allows some like fun little parking or anything that would just kind of make sense for this. I would love to say that I could do like a tram area, which I will eventually try, but it's not something that I have spent enough time doing to be able to actually properly do. But eventually I will get there. So I'm actually going to do this for now. So no one parks there, just to do it. And then I was going to do like a very large road and sort of go from there, but I decided against it literally just because I want to try to make sure that we don't have to worry about just taking up all of the space that was actually available there with the road. So I'm going to do this to sort of just make more use of the space. So I'm doing this just to kind of see where I'm at. Actually, I think I can pretty much go... Yeah, like, we could probably go right to the edge, really. Let me turn that off. There we go. Not quite on that one. And then to there. Alright, so just kind of like, again, it feels like very rib cagey, but that is sort of how it works out sometimes. There we go. And then back to the 4 lane there. Just had a little bit of a issue with that again, but it's fun. So there we are. We have that. Let's go ahead and get a police headquarters within here. I will put it there. Let's get a fire station, which is just going to be needed for the area anyways. Let's get an elementary school. We'll put it there. And then a high school, which we can fit in perfectly across the way. And then I believe that leaves it, other than needing a hospital somewhat near, which we'll actually just squeeze in there, just because it, you know, a little more high-tech looking there. We can put it in here now, and I'm tempted to make this some high-tech housing as well, or the self-sufficient buildings, because I really do like how they look, and just to have a little bit of a difference would be nice. So let's do this. So now we can come in and do exactly that. Let's actually, yeah, we'll let it go on the outside there. I think it'd be all right, especially on that bit. So we can have that, and then out here have a couple of bits of commercial. Same with this side, and then all through here we'll do like a big row of commercial for the time being. We'll eventually come through here, and I may end up, you know, changing up these roads in the future for sure. So I think that's going to make a big difference, of course. And we're going to go ahead and make a raised platform metro, which don't really want to do there for noise, but then again, who knows? I could do here, kind of for the same reason of it makes noise. So it's kind of in a better spot. And I know it's quite close to there, but I think that's fine. It's actually closer than I first imagined, or I probably wouldn't have put it there, but that's fine. Let's see. Where do I want it to connect to? Do I want to go straight to that area, or do I want it to just stay here? Because now it's not quite a loop anymore if I do this. Trying to decide where this would be best. Which lane does this one take? So it takes that side. So if I go under, which I think it works anyways, like it'll just choose the right lane to be in. But if I can sort of manually do it, I think it's more fun. So that's what we're going to do for now. So let's do that, and then we can come in and sort of sort it out ourselves. And let's see if it works. So from here to here and back, and I think that puts it in the right lane, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I see. It came from that area. So so it's having to wait. Is it because this switches? Oh, it switches once it gets in there. I mean, it's not such a big deal. It's just obviously not the most idealistic thing in the world either. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they'll show up and be alright too. But yeah, with this, like, I don't know. Yeah, now it's just clogged up. That's just like at an impasse now. Maybe I can do that as well. Awkward. So yeah, I had to despawn in the end. Yeah, not really what you want, is it? It's funny because I've not really worked with this before, so this is a little bit... Oh, it's happened again. A little bit newer to me. So let's try just doing something else, maybe. Yeah, I mean, you think in theory it would work if you just did this, but yeah, when they run into each other, it's a bit of a different story. But let's see what happens there. Well, the problem was obviously one pulls too far ahead of the other as well when they're sort of on the way, but them kind of constantly switching to be on the right lane just makes it a little bit busy. And now, okay, so they waited for them more properly there. So this might work a little bit better. I think it's actually running okay. They're having to halt just briefly, but then there's enough time. Okay, I think we're okay there. I think that'll do. Maybe. We'll find out. And good lord, this is looking crazy, isn't it? It looks more downtown than my downtown, but I guess that makes sense. Sometimes it happens, you know? Sometimes it just does be like that. Does be like that? Do be like that. There we go. Perfect. Language is easy, you know? So what do I want to do here? I could do a large water tower. I mean, why not? Let's just pop it down, a couple down there. I think that'll have us, yeah, that has us done for quite some time. And inland water treatment. Why not? Pop one down here. Beautiful time. And apparently we need a single policeman over here. So let's give them the help that they so desire. I don't even think, yeah, there's not even a road over to here, hilariously, but I guess the police can now maybe take care of it from here. I don't know if it works that way. Yes, they can. Okay. Don't even have it connected to a road yet. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And hopefully, I mean, could just upgrade now, but maybe let me take away this, because I don't think we actually need that if I was to put down another water treatment plant, which I could do just here. Because it looks much better, you know, the ground being a bit dirty than everything else, so that's what we're going to go for. And I may actually need to build a road over to here just for this. But I think that's okay, because it's going to have to be done eventually. So let's get it on its way over. We already have a 4-lane here, so I feel like that's a pretty good spot. There we go. So I'm thinking just kind of over this. So how does a bridge look there? Just fine. That works for me. And then, yeah, slowly connect to there. I think that's just fine. And there we go. So that works great. Exactly what we needed. I'm going to put that more in the middle just because it just feels more proper that way. So now they can get back and forth. So we don't have to worry about the old garbage, which I think they're already on the way. Yeah, indeed. So there we go. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore. So perfect. Anything else that I should be doing, maybe? I do think traffic's going to become an issue shortly in certain areas, especially this area. This is getting a lot with the mill, which I think I should move this if I can, which I can indeed, of course. So I think I should move this actually to be further down the line, maybe even beside of here, because I'd rather them be going down this way just to kind of keep to themselves, perhaps. And I think, so we're going to want a cargo place eventually, like a train cargo or something like that, because it's just going to help tremendously. And there we go. We are a capital city. We have universal education if we desire. We have a harbor, which is one thing I was excited for, and some university upgrades as well. But yeah, for the train cargo, we're going to need a pretty good spot to get on and off the highway swiftly. We'll have to build a intersection for that, and for it also to be good area to access here. So I may end up putting it in this area, because then they can get on and off this quickly enough. This will get busy, and so will this. But again, I think I'm going to come in one of these areas at some point, because you can see how busy this is getting. It's getting insane. So I'm going to deconstruct as much of this as I can, and then turn it into maybe like a little area for a roundabout, just something to make it a little bit more smooth with how it runs. And I think we'll start spending a little bit more time, I think, detailing certain areas as well, which is always a fun thing to do. So, but that, you know, sort of gets there when it gets there. So we'll see. One thing I may do, and I know this could be a questionable thing to do, I think I'm ready to sort of just delete a lot of this and maybe start going ahead and just turning some more offices around because I'm tired of the grime, you know? Be kind of nice just to have it looking pretty again. Or, well, for the first time, really. Oops, didn't mean to take out the office, but I've already done it, so sure. Which that actually leads me to a good spot to put in the first batch of things, so that's good. Let's put that over there. Connect that up. Perfect. And then, yeah, we come in here. And this is a good place to plop in some offices, so this should work good, at least for the future, or at least for now. And then again, we'll move this, put it sort of in our new spot that we have for it, and get it connected up as well. There we go. I think that worked. It did indeed. So yeah, that should be pretty good. That should start turning itself over. This is 0% full, so that is good. I actually didn't want to do that. I wanted to empty it. There we go. So let's put this also over here, which I know is going to be quite far away. It could be an issue. Oh, I just saw where the water was. I'm glad I caught that. Oh boy. This could be really bad if I kept those there. So let's move all this out of the way before it starts getting poisons. It's probably already begun. Hello? For some reason I can't grab these, so I'm just going to delete them. Sure. Let's see. How is our water? Okay, it's fine. That could have been really, really bad. I didn't even consider that. I wonder if we had... Okay, we didn't have any sick people, but it's amazing we did not. I'm going to delete that because garbage processing will now be through waste transfer facilities that go to the big one, just because it is much, much more preferable. You can see it barely causes any pollution, if any at all. So that's really what we want. So what we will do, though, we will put one of them there. And we will also, which I know that this may not be as good, but we can have that there. And that should work a lot better for us, at least I hope. Is this a... Okay, that's a regular train station, I was going to say. So yeah, that serves the whole 8 people. That'll change once I put stuff within there, but yeah, that's going to take a little bit to get there. We can go ahead and delete this. I don't think we're going to be using that anytime soon. So I think we're fine there. Let's go ahead and just connect. Don't even want it to be like that, honestly. Actually, I'll just do that. I don't think I need it. Same with a lot of this. I don't really need any of this, or any of these cut-throughs anymore. So I'm just going to do that. Like, that's all fine and dandy there. This truly doesn't need to be there. If I empty this, I can move it as well over to this area. Which I know, again, it may be too far away, but at the same time, I think it all will be fine. We'll see. I'm hoping to switch fully to the waste transfer facilities. That's the true hope that I have. So there we go. That's a little bit better. I thought I was going to have to wait a lot longer for that to work, by the way, so that was nice. Let's kind of redo this. Let's delete that. And then I think we're going to roundabout this area, of course. So let's go ahead and use... I think the 4-lane will be good for this one, so let's do that. And we'll have it connected from here to here. And then this is where we'll do the roundabout. So Control O, Control and O. There we go. Speaking is difficult, you know how it is. And then 3-lane highway. There we are. Then we can go ahead and bring this on from, let's say, here. Let's go to the one that I'm already using. Yeah, that's alright. That'll do. That'll do. And I may regret not having some larger roads here, but for now I think I'm okay with it. I think it's just going to, again, be either a future mistake or something useful for now. We'll see. Oh god, this office building. I deleted it from the assets, I thought, but apparently not. Let's see, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead and get this in here. Oh no, the poor roundabout. Actually, that's not too bad once that got in. We'll still come in and just tidy that up ever so slightly. There we go. So I think that should do us pretty good. I could honestly just have it connected directly up, but if I have the ability to do that, I might as well. So that should run pretty smoothly. This might be a bit of a pain. We'll see. What I can do now, because I think it's actually set up the opposite way, we'll have this be the go through and this the yield. Because there's a little bit more distance between this one, so that might help us a little bit here. Most people still seem to be going in this way, which I think is leading them down to here perhaps, or maybe some other way, I don't know. But yeah, I think for now that's fine. I don't think we need any other exit for now, so I think we're okay. Because I think anything else would just be overkill currently. I think having an exit over here at some point will be wise. I may end up throwing away through here to maybe be able to merge onto there, but with how the road's set up, this actually might look a little goofy. But as well, it should be pretty doable. This one's the interesting one. I've only just noticed. A lot of people seem to be having some difficulties with this one. I didn't even realize. Let's see if I can give them a little helping hand. Yeah, it's because it's a bit weird with it being a lane that only does that. Let's do this, and then I don't even know. Can I just turn this to a 2-lane? I feel like that would overall move better. I feel like overall, if I just turn that into a 2-lane instead, which weird that it's hovering, but sure. You know, sort of just get them choosing a little bit ahead of time there, and doing that. I feel like that'll work better. And kind of the same with this way, at least for now. Still having some issues there. I'm gonna have to figure out that. So the reason I'm doing this way is because I'm going to use this as maybe a chance to do a little on and off ramp here somewhere. Just for people wanting to maybe get in a little bit quicker for this area. But then again, it could get too busy. And probably will do. But that's for a future problem. So let's see why this is being dumb. So first of all, I think these nodes are too close. So I don't think that's helping. I don't care too much if it looks a little bit odd. I'd rather it just function. Okay, that's much better. There we go. I didn't like that little shift they were doing before. So there we go, they worked down to that. And either way, I think that's just going to work better. And now they don't have to like fight over which lane they're getting into that as well. So I think that's just going to work better. So there we are. I think that is quite nice. I think everything's going to run relatively smooth. I gotta still delete those office buildings, of course, every single time. Which is annoying, but I guess, I don't even know, it looks like a really bad satellite image, so I really don't know what's up with that one, but whatever. But yeah, oh well. But we made some pretty good progress today. We have a little tech haven, which I think has 2 tied of roads now that I look at it, so I'm a little bit thinking I'm going to probably redo it in some way, but that's fun. This is sort of coming in nicely, but mostly the roads are going well. I think I may end up doing a little bit of tree lining here just to get some traffic off of this bit. because I think it's getting a little bit too backed up, but that's fine. For now, I think it could help. Yeah, see this thing. What is it? But yeah, it's totally just got a satellite image on top, which is so dumb, and it looks terrible. I'm gonna have to really try to dig for that one now. But anyways, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you all oh so very much for watching. I will talk to you all next time, and we'll be playing some more, of course. We'll see how we do. I'm hoping that everything will still continue to run pretty well, because I have changed some settings which made the frame rate a little bit better, and hopefully that continues to be okay. But for now it's been fun, so that's great. Again, we'll hope that it stays that way. But for now, like I said, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this before I go, because that allows me to also go ahead and maybe make this into a little train hub area. I just realized so. And again, I may come off here and make a little highway that can like kind of terminates here to get in this side easier, so this is less used. And I may like kind of do the same that connects up to here. Maybe this will be the spot. I kind of like having multiple exits of a highway. It makes it a lot easier. But yeah, we'll see. We'll eventually do 81 tiles where I have everything unlocked, but for now we're still unlocking enough. Like next time we'll be unlocking it. So we get to... Oh yeah, and then we get everything else because of the 81 tiles mod. So once we get to Megalopolis, we get that anyways, which is 65,000 people. So that will not take that long considering we're nearly at 30. I've just not added any housing in a while. And now that jobs are sort of on decline because I took away all the industry, it's just taking a little bit to come back. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you all again so much, and goodbye.